Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome to the first episode on this channel. Today we're going to be looking at a topic which I've seen and heard people say continuously and I feel we might be looking at it wrong, and it is suicide the easy way out? When we see people talk these days, especially when someone just committed suicide or something like that, you hear statements like the person took the easy way out. And I sat down and I thought about it for long, and I began to wonder, is suicide really the easy way out? Is there a harder way to leave a situation or to avoid a situation other than suicide? Because in my opinion, I believe suicide actually seems to be the hardest. And I came to this conclusion by trying some mental exercise. Now, I won't say I've not been suicidal before. I won't say I haven't thought of committing suicide maybe once or twice. But even at that, I've realized that it is not as easy as people make it look. Where, let me give as an example, if you pick a knife up right now look at yourself and try to see if you can cut yourself and how comfortable you feel doing that. It's not easy. It takes a level of, I'll say, not caring about the things around you, not caring about yourself enough for you to be able to do something like that. And people don't really realize it. They feel because it's like once someone dies, the person don't have to feel pain or whatever. They feel it's an easy way out, but they don't realize that it's actually very hard, because we look at the end point, which is suicide. We don't look at the thought process. We don't look at the steps in which those people walk before they got to that point. And like I said, if you pick a knife up right now, I don't know if you can try that. Pick a knife up right now. Now, picture that knife. You can put it on your skin, the tip, and press it as hard as you can. Don't hurt yourself though. I'm not here promoting self-harm, just as a disclaimer, but as far as you can go. Now, that pain you feel, imagine driving that through your chest or through your stomach or through your wrist till you get to a point where you stop living. Even someone who has severe mental health issues or depression issues, if the person isn't at the brink of giving up, it's not even easy to comprehend. You find it hard to understand that thought process. And I say this as someone who have been at that point before. I've been at that point, and I will discover that even with me being at that point, it's very hard for me to do. It's not something that is easy for you to just say, okay, this is what I feel and this is what I'm going to do, and you just pick up a knife or you take drugs and you just swallow and you are just gone. It's not easy. People don't understand that there is a thought process behind that it is not common, even among people who have depression. It's not easy to kill yourself. It takes a level of pain. It takes a great level of pain for you to get to that point. People think you don't care about the things around you, or you just don't feel anything anymore. That's why you go down that route. But actually, I believe it's as a result of excessive pain. You feel everything and you feel it too much, and you got to a point where what you feel, you can't control it anymore. What you feel, you can't suppress it anymore, and you want to find an out. And we discovered that it happened to you on a regular basis also. You might not be suicidal, you might not be depressed, but there's a point where you think about certain situations that you wish had a different outcome from what you are currently experiencing. And you discover that it's very hard for you to stabilize your thoughts. You have this feeling in your chest like your heart's about to explode because you're so frustrated about everything around you. You're thinking about this, thinking about that, thinking about how can I get this out of this? How can I get the result I want out of this? And you can't find a way out. And that frustration keeps you there. You want to scream so loud. Even some people do it. You bury your face in your pillow and you scream as hard as you can just to let out that frustration. It's something like that pushes people down the path of suicide. But instead of them screaming into the pillow, they just choose to end it all. And saying that action is actually selfish and it's the easy way out, is actually disrespectful to what that person is feeling, because you don't really understand what that person went through. And people tend to judge other people's intention based on their own thought process. An example of that is this: if two people grew up in the same environment with the same scenario, with the same treatments, they got the same treatment, the same level of love, the same level of affection, it is very hard to say they are alike, because their thought process is different, their thinking process is different. Now, not to talk of people that lived in different environments and different scenarios. So now someone will say, okay, you have this going on with you and you are depressed, you are just being lazy, you're just being soft, you don't have any self-control, that's why you're going through that. And that person might be right, because according to how he has lived, according to the way his life has been from probably childhood, he looks at everyone that have that kind of thought process as being weak, because he didn't have the opportunity for him to see the pain that those people feel. Now, another way you can put it is this: someone that grew up amidst a lot of love and care and compassion and affection, and another person that grew up seeking attention, just looking for that parental love, parental care, looking for just appreciation. These people, when you put them in a situation and someone says something to both of them the same way, they won't take it the same way. For example, if someone actually says something bad about, let's say they try to do something, they made an effort to do something, and someone made a negative statement about it, the person who grew around affection and with lots of love will just brush it off most of the time, because he will just look at it like, okay, maybe this person is just having a bad day or something. Or even if you decide to think about it and wonder, why is this person showing me hate for the first time? It's not going to be like everyone hates me kind of thoughts they are going to have. But that person who grew up without affection and without love, once he hears something like that, something negative, especially about something that he puts much effort or she put much effort into, you begin to see that the thought process will go deeper and darker than the other person, because now it's bringing up past memories, it's bringing up past feelings, it's bringing up things that probably they've forgotten. So when we look at situations and we look at people around us, and we will hear about people who commit suicide, and the thought comes into your mind to say, they took the easy way out. Sometimes maybe you should step back and think, what is this person's life like? What was the person's backstory? What was the person's life experiences? What was their childhood like? What are they battling with that no one knows? Because we tend to judge people based on what we think we know about them, not what they really are or what they are really battling. So this is just my thought process on this. This is not going to be a very long episode. This is just our first episode. So I just wanted to say this and probably give my own little 2 cents on the topic, because I believe it is a very wrong statement to say that suicide is the easy way out. You can look for other ways to say. You can say it is not the way to go. You can say other things, but don't, even when you say it about other people. Because another thing is this: when someone who is suicidal around you hears you say something like that, because it is not written on the forehead, it's not written on the face that this person is depressed, it's not written on the face that this person is going through something, or they're trying to end everything, or they're trying to go down a path where they are going to end their life or something like that. You don't know who have those kind of thoughts, and sometimes they are usually the people you don't suspect. They look the most lively, they look happy, it looks like everything is going fine for them, but they are the ones who actually struggle. Now, when you have people like that around you and you can't identify them, and they hear how you interact or how you respond to people who do things like this, it's going to be very hard for them to even open up, if at all they want to open up. It's going to be hard for them to even show what they feel, because at that point now they begin to try to hide it more. Or if it's someone who overthinks things and they hear you say something like, this is the easy way out, and you're trying to condemn the person because you feel their action was wrong. Now, a person who overthinks and who is also in that kind of mindset now is going to try as much as possible to keep themselves, they're going to try as much as possible to keep themselves alive, which means they'll not go down that route, which might seem like a good thing. But the disadvantage of that is they are doing it because they don't want to look like a bad person. They don't want to look like a weak person. Now, that is also adding a level of stress to them because the will to live is not coming from a place of relaxation. The will to live is coming from a place of, I don't want to look bad. Now they are trying to be something that they are not, so people don't look at them in a kind of light. Now that will add more stress, will add more strain to their mental health, and might even push them down that road faster. While they think they're trying to prevent it, they will get to that point where they just end it all faster, because it will get to a point where it looks like everything they do is trying to please people. They don't even have a say in their own life. They don't even understand what's going on with them. They can't understand themselves, and people around them don't understand them. It will get to a point where even way faster than someone who's just regularly depressed, they will get to a point where they commit suicide faster, and that's as a result of them hearing how people judge people who went down that route in the past. That's just my thoughts on this, and this is just like I said, it's just our first episode. It's not going to be a very long one. I just wanted to clarify this. Probably later, or maybe sometime in the future, we might revisit this topic again. Maybe make a longer session on this, but I really appreciate you sticking by, listening to my little rant, listening to me talk. It's not as if I know much, just trying to say the little I think I know, or what I think should be done, or how things should be approached. I appreciate your presence, I appreciate your time, and thank you for listening to me speak. And I hope to see you again same time next week. Till next time, take care of yourself, and remember, good mental health is wealth. Peace, everyone.